Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Season 17 of Destiny 2 is officially less than a month away, which sounds really weird to say. Is it just me, or does it feel like Witch Queen came out just a few weeks ago? Nonetheless, it is time to start prepping. Whether you've played since the launch of Witch Queen and wondering if you might have missed something you should do, you played a little bit at the start of Witch Queen and you're trying to catch up, or if you're just now getting Witch Queen and wondering what you need to do with the time you have, well, I'll be covering it all in this video. Everything you need to do. Now, you already know the drill if you're new, and only if you enjoy my videos or find them useful, then feel free to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. But before we get started, a big thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Okay, alright, HelloFresh ordered. Thank God I don't have to leave my house anymore for groceries. Who in the world could that be?
Who in the world could this be? Did someone order HelloFresh?
Yeah, like 20 seconds ago. Wait, first, how did you get in my backyard? And it's literally midnight right now. What are you doing here?
Never mind that, all right? But I heard that HelloFresh has 50 weekly options to choose from, including the HelloFresh Market.
Yeah, I've been eating HelloFresh for a while now, and I've yet to have the same thing twice.
Okay, all right. And speaking of the HelloFresh Market, I heard that that's what makes HelloFresh so much more than just a meal delivery service.
Yeah, they have stuff for breakfast, snacks, desserts, literally anything that you can think of, and it's all delivered right to your door.
All right, okay, listen. How are the reviews? Because I bet you're just getting paid to say all this good stuff.
Well, you're right, but I actually order HelloFresh with my own money and use it. It's been a massive time saver, and I cannot recommend it more. But you can go look at the reviews for yourself, as HelloFresh has the most 5-star reviews out of any meal kit delivery service. Seriously, when you order from them, you know you're getting the best.
Okay, I'm listening, but is there any discounts available?
Actually, it's pretty funny that you mentioned that, because you can actually use my link or go to HelloFresh.com and use code POGMyFi16 for up to 16 free meals, plus 3 surprise gifts across 6 HelloFresh boxes, plus, and wait for it, free shipping. And those free surprise gifts include desserts, appetizers, and premium recipes.
So first up, let's talk about what's going away. And if you played during Beyond Light, then you know, well, nothing major is leaving. Yearly expansional content stays for multiple years. So, you know how we still have Beyond Light stuff in the game? Well, Witch Queen story stuff and all that isn't going away. Now, seasonal stuff does have a set expiration date, but it's not till the next big yearly expansion comes out, presumably next year when Lightfall releases. So like I mentioned, the Witch Queen story and everything related to that is staying, along with everything from Season 16, like the Psyops Battleground, Vox Obscura, etc. So if you haven't completed some of that stuff, don't freak out, it'll still be here when Season 17 launches. Now, even though nothing big is getting removed, some things are expiring/resetting that you might want to get done. First is Gilded Seals. Now, I'm not telling you to go out and gild every seal, but if you're super close to getting some of them done, well, this is your reminder. Next up is your rank up reputation rewards from the 3 playlists, so Zavala, Shaxx, and the Drifter. Claim those. Also, don't forget to grab your engrams from those vendors as well. Then we have the Season Pass. If you haven't gotten to level 100 and claimed all the rewards, well, you should probably get on that, as well, you paid for it. So yeah. Now, a great way to level up your Season Pass is via seasonal challenges. Seasonal challenges offer a tremendous amount of XP, but the other reason to try and finish up a lot of your challenges, even if you're already at level 100 in the Season Pass, is for the Bright Dust. If you're able to complete 75 seasonal challenges, you'll be awarded an absolute juicer amount of Bright Dust. And, well, we all love Bright Dust around here. Now, quickly going back to the Season Pass, if you earned but didn't claim some of the rewards from last season's Season Pass, you can go to the website on screen and link down in the description to do that. This website is only going to show the current season and the previous season's Season Pass. So once Season 17 is here, the Season 15 Season Pass will go bye-bye. And finally, for this section, on screen now is a list of some loophole weapons that are leaving at the beginning of Season 17. I know I said nothing major was leaving, but I kind of lied. As you can see, some pretty top tier weapons are just going away. Palindrome, Shara's, and the Messenger. I don't know why Bungie is taking out some of the best weapons from these activities, but they are. And I highly recommend you try to at least get a roll or two if you don't yet have a god roll for it. Next up is stockpiling materials and resources. Now, when it comes to materials and resources, I highly recommend you head on over to Destiny Recipes Checklist website to get a general overview of everything you have. For Planetary Materials, I used to say to always have about 1,000, but I don't know if it's just me or what it is, but I feel like as of recently, they're just not really used for anything anymore. So at this point, if you're absolutely broke on Planetary Materials, I recommend just stocking up on maybe a few hundred and just calling it a day. Thankfully, it's very easy to do this. Just go to wait, that's right. He got RKO'd out of the game. So instead, you're going to be going to Raoul. If you haven't played in a while, essentially Raoul is the new spider. You can exchange either legendary shards or Glimmer for stacks of planetary materials. Do not exchange for Glimmer. It's not worth it. Use your legendary shards. If you're going down this video as like a list, then you should have a bunch from all the engrams you claimed and more than likely dismantled from the 3 playlist vendors. So yeah, just stock up at Raoul. Then for resources, you have Glimmer, which should just be purchased at Raoul. Legendary shards, just get to claiming all your engrams and dismantling them, or running playlist activities with a ghost shell mod on for more legendary loot to drop at the end that you can then just dismantle. Upgrade modules, just go to the gunsmith and buy the max of 25. Ascendant Shards and Prisms can be farmed by running high level content such as GMs. This one might actually be a little tough, especially if you're a solo player, but there are other ways. But you know, just running GMs are probably the best way to get a lot really fast. For enhanced cores, well, the best way to go about getting a lot fast is if you have a bunch of enhancement prisms that you don't mind just burning, just take a piece of blue gear from your collections and level it up to 8, then dismantle it. This process will use some Glimmer, enhancement prisms, and 3 cores, but when you dismantle it, you'll get 6 cores back. So you're essentially just printing free cores. And finally, we have crafting materials. Now, as you probably know, crafting materials were a huge letdown. There were caps, the materials were hidden in certain sub-menu screens, there were 5 different elements, not including neutral. It was an absolute mess. But at the start of season 17, they're just going away. Or should I say ruinous, adroit, mutable, drowned, and energetic elements are going away. Now there is only going to be neutral element, and its cap has been raised from 85 to 10,000. Yeah, this part isn't a like, hey, go farm these materials. It's more of a, hey, if you're farming these materials for season 17's craftable weapons, because more than likely we will have new craftable weapons for season 17, stop. All right, they are leaving. If you want to farm neutral elements, well, then that's fine. Or if you want to farm basketballs, well, then that's even better. If you're looking to farm these, just go and do the weekly rotating story missions on Master, or go to Master Raoul and buy 1 per week. I believe you can buy 1 per week from Raoul. And now it's time for everyone's favorite part of prepping, bounties. Now, I'm gonna be the first one to say I don't think you should bounty prep. It's time consuming, boring, and the gameplay loop is absolutely awful as you're having to play old content to get ready for new content. Now, thankfully, the need to bounty prep as of recently has started to become somewhat obsolete, especially with these mid-big expansion seasonal updates. This is because almost all the new content for a new season is at the previous season's soft or powerful cap. Plus, the level grind for these seasonal updates is almost non-existent as the cap only raises by 10. So if you're already at the pinnacle cap, well then congrats, because at the start of the new season, you're automatically at the powerful cap, but you probably already knew that. So in the current state of the game, the only reason to really bounty prep is to get the seasonal artifact mod / seasonal pass stuff right off the bat, especially those seasonal artifact mods if there's a new dungeon or raid. And if you're unaware, Bungie announced that starting with Witch Queen, they will be releasing a dungeon or raid every 3 months. So we're probably gonna get a new dungeon in season 17, as we got a new raid 3 months ago in Witch Queen. But even then, a new dungeon will probably be at powerful cap or somewhere around powerful / soft cap / pinnacle cap of the previous season, because, well, Bungie wants as many people to have access to this new dungeon as possible. And even for like raids, Bungie gives people like 2 weeks after new stuff comes out to get ready for the raid. So I mean, I'm just saying, listen, all right, I'm just trying to save you years off your life by not bounty prepping. But if you still want to do it, right, if you have nothing else better to do, well, then here's how. First, go to the Destiny recipe site I mentioned, and under stored XP, click show bounties. From there, do all the 12k XP ones first, otherwise known as weeklies, then all the 6k ones, otherwise known as dailies. I would, however, avoid doing the Dreaming City ones, as I'm pretty sure they're still broken. So yeah. Another thing to note is that this site only shows what's currently available. So once you start stockpiling up, just keep checking back here to see if a certain vendor brings a bounty into rotation that you just haven't done yet. Also, don't forget that your bounty and quest space are shared, So if you have a lot of quests, you're not gonna be able to hold that many bounties. So either start completing those quests or just abandon them. But that is essentially how to prepare for season 17. Prepping really isn't too hard with these seasonal updates, as the content for that season stays around for a while. So you don't have to scramble to get everything done on top of everything I talked about in this video. Plus the whole level grind not really being there anymore. Yeah, to be honest, you could not prep at all and be just fine. Like, personally, I'm not gonna be prepping at all, or at least bounty prep, that is. But hey, let me know down in the comment section if you're gonna be prepping. Now, there are some monster sandbox changes coming and the rumor of either Arc 3.0 or Solar 3.0, but those aren't really a need to know for prepping. I will have some videos out over the next few weeks going over some weapons I think you should grab before season 17, so you can keep an eye out on your sub boxes for that. Also, if anything else major gets announced, I mean, because we still have a little under a month, so it's very likely that Bungie will come out in like a TWAB or something and say, you know, hey, like, here's some more stuff that's changing. I'll like update the pinned comment down below with either links to the TWAB if they're like big enough and there's a bunch of changes for season 17, or I'll just straight up tell you down there. So check the pinned comment. But with all that being said, if you enjoyed the video, then feel free to drop a like, and we'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.